Hi, friends. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing okay, but I'm hoping you have a good Sunday for now. And I've got some sad news for the Reborn members and people that knew Kelly, if you can watch my channel, um, about Kelly because um, I I told you in the last video I did to pray for her, and now you just got to pray that her family's okay. And that's all I can just pray in your thoughts and stuff. And because um, Saturday the 21st, Kelly went into the hospital, and from there, I didn't know she did until Monday the 23rd. 23rd, and um, she said she had fluid on her lungs, her mom said. Well, then 2 days later, Wednesday the 25th, she told me that she had a mini stroke, and she was, and then, but she was on breathing, how they, ventilators or whatever. And yeah, and she spent her birthday doing that on in the hospital here where we live. In the one we have is called Deaconess, and yeah, and um, and then I didn't hear nothing until the next day on the 27th, the day after her birthday. She turned 44 years old on the 26th, and she was probably glad that you guys all said happy birthday to her, the ones that did. And the 27th, I was doing, what was I doing? Watching videos and trying not to think about it. And then about one, two something, before 2:30 or around in there somewhere, my uncle calls and says Kelly passed away at 1:15 that day. And it broke my heart because I don't know how I'm going to play with the babies, but I'll try. I'm sorry, guys. It's just the way it is. And I'll try to do videos and pictures for you, but it'll take a while before I feel better. But, it was hard when my dad died 2 years ago for a little while, but I got over it because I had someone to help keep me, you know, happier and talk about it or whatever. And Kelly, I don't have no one besides my friend across the street, but, me and her will do stuff together across the street in a little while. She wanted to go, my friend across the street wanted to go hang out with me yesterday to get my mind off my other friend that died, that Kelly, Kelly died. But I made lunch, and um, before I read the message, and if I would have known that, I could have said yes, we'd go hang out, you know, because I usually say, let's go hang out, my neighbor across the street. But I'm just having my tears, like I just, you know, and my uncle, he was crying too. So I know her mom and her uncle were, her mom's brother was more heartbroken, and they got a visitor that week. No one else got to that I know of, and and she was on dialysis. If you know that story, guys, I don't, I can't remember it all, but she's been on there for a very long time, probably since high school. I'm 20 someone. You'd have to find the video that she explains that in on her channel. If you guys want to watch her old videos, that's up to you. If you don't, just if you know any of the people that were watching her channel, and you can private message them or anything like that. Just tell them to come over to my channel, Cindy's Dog Crew, and um, watch my videos and whatever, because and describe to me, make my channel go up because I want it up there a lot and it never got there. And Kelly will never know if it goes up anymore either. But that, and I can't have no one to talk to like this, you know, privately, you know, not like this, but you know, when she come over every Friday, we talked and played and did this and did, and I'm glad that we did the photo we did with all 11 of our babies together because that was fun. A lot of the memories are good memories, you know, and I'm not gonna get too many pictures probably with me and my kids anymore unless I can set it up and do it um, a certain way. But you know, and my mom misses her too. And me, and every once a month, I'll probably see her mom and Dick, my uncle Dick, and her mom, because they might still, we'll probably still go to the bank together, because that's the only way we can get to the bank unless someone else will take us. But we have to do it during the week when it's open, because Saturdays are my bank and mom's bank ain't open. But you know, but I hope that you just have some, yep, good thoughts. And um, I will title this video something about Kelly, or however I'll title it. I'll title it and say something like, yeah. Because I told you in the last video that I'd have her explain it all to you later, and now she can't. So I'm explaining what I understand, and I don't know any more than that. But if you have Kelly on Facebook, you might see some of the posts from her friend Janet, whatever her friend Janet's last name is, or her uncles and aunts and cousins. You know, if you know, see on Kelly's wall like that. But other than that, you probably won't know more details than what I can tell you that I know, and that's all I know is she was in the hospital. I don't know if she uh, was in the middle of dialysis when it happened, or right after, or what happened. But yeah, so she's no longer with us, and just hope and pray I feel better soon without having feelings and upset, you know, because right now I'm having a problem. My body's just, I don't know what's going on with my stomach area and my all this up above, you know, it's just hurting right now. And the dogs are helping a little bit to keep me happy, but they're going to miss her just as much as I do because they wanted to see her the other day when they came over to do something. And then yeah, but you know, now she, you know, and I used to do a lot with her and buy her a lot of things, you know. And now I have her. I had her birthday present, and I haven't got a chance to give it to her because one week she didn't come over because of one reason, and then the 20th she didn't come over because her aunt and her other aunt were coming over to do whatever, and I gave her birthday present later in that afternoon instead of that morning, you know. And she could have come over one more time, but she didn't. So yeah, but and they got a cool little picture of her on her couch in her front room, and you know, and it's like she was on dialysis, and that's probably why. Well, she had breathing problem first, like over a while, and wasn't. She was stubborn a little bit too, guys. That I, you know, but you know how that is, and she not doing good. But you know, it's just you just gotta. I gotta make myself happy, and when I read sad comments, I'm gonna cry about it. That's the way it was. And when I had my father, when he died, I when someone wrote a sad comment about it, I was kind of sad reading it, you know. And I got memories of everybody. And I'm sorry if my face looks weird and it's a little dark in here, but you know, that's what happens. But you know, my Fridays are gonna change to doing diddly squat. Well, I did well what I do every day of the week. I'll tell you my side of that. Before when Kelly was alive, I I we used to go play shopping and a lot of other things when dad before COVID hit, you know, and then we quit doing that because then dad got sick with cancer. Then she started coming over to my house once a week and visiting with me, and my uncle would bring her. And then, yeah, and he liked taking her with him to the bar, but, you know, she'd always tell you that. And then January January came, she came over all the time, and this year, and then she came over once for February. I think it was like the first week of the month. So yeah, I seen her on the third and the fifth or the sixth or whatever Saturday was that week. Let me put my glasses on, guys. Yeah, the sixth. I seen her. And the third I seen her. And then I talked to her on the Wednesday, the 11th, I think it was, or the 18th. I don't know, something like that. Something like that. I talked to her through Facebook Messenger, and we haven't done that in a long time either. But she did it one, twice. We did it, and I miss that. I'm gonna miss that too. I'm gonna miss it all. But she used to come over every Tuesday, and then she quit coming over every Tuesday. We switched it to Friday because Dad was taking us grocery shopping, and that was Dallas's day. And it was kind of like, well, when she quit, didn't have a job, then we switched it to Fridays to make it easier, and then yeah, I get up in the morning, do all my routine, watch video or play on Facebook, do all that, watch videos all day long, and stuff like that. And every time I see something, I'm like, I want to talk to somebody about it later, but I can't because I have nobody. And, but these guys are going to make it more. We're going to see if we can get happy and go. We should, we might go for another walk. Me and, me and the babies, just to keep me, you know, more, and hope and pray nothing happens to me or my mom anytime soon. I don't need that to happen because my neighbor next door to me, my neighbor Dory, she died in 2024 in August the 19th. And then the year before that, 2023, July, my dad died. And then that same year, our friend that we hang out with, Sarah and Patty, her sister died that year in August, the same date, the 6th. And yeah, so, stuff like that, you know, happens and other things just go on. But, my neighbor next door, I miss her because I missed walking over there and talking to her and giving her updates and this and that. And my neighbor next door, she never got to see my glasses. I got them after she died that year. I think it was, or something like that. But yeah, but that's life. And these are my far away glasses. I'm not. That's why I said I got to put my glasses on to read the calendar because I'm sitting way over here and the calendar's way over by the door of the room. So yeah, but just keep me in your prayers. Make sure I don't do anything silly. And I'll try to keep making videos for you guys with my reborns. And I'm glad you guys liked her vest outfit the vest that I bought at Goodwill because I love it. But I don't know if I'm going to buy too many more. Um, I might look at one when I'm at drifting. And if I see a vest I like and it's cute enough, I might buy it. And if it's not, I will not. I may not buy it. So yeah, yeah. So that's what and a lot of outfits I'm not gonna buy randomly anymore that I like. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is, and they have enough outfits for now. My reborns do, and yeah. And if you have me on Facebook, you can private message me, and I'll talk to you. But yeah, cause I just yeah. And I only tag one of my friends on Facebook in my memories, so I don't know how it'll be, but yeah. And her one of her relatives that live out of town, said I was her dear friend, and I was, because I was doing a lot, with her, and I loved her. I loved Kelly. She was just, she'd get angry, but anger. I got, she got mad sometimes and frustrated, but have hearing aids, so it was hard to, and you can't get frustrated when I can't hear too well with the hearing aids sometimes and without. These are better. The newer ones I've got, they're kind of better. But if you can hear the TV in the background, I don't know what it's set on, but mom's listening to it loud, not me. So, yeah. But I'm going to let you guys go, and I will talk to you guys in the next video if I make one anytime soon. If I don't, then just keep checking and seeing if I've got it. And anybody that don't, like, I'd say, I don't know, just keep me in your prayers for me to get to heal from her passing on the 20 on February 27th, 2026. And yeah, just to keep my courage up, because anytime you mention her name, it's going to make me cry, and I know that. But it's just, yeah, her birthday present that I was going to give her was a teddy bear, a book, a notebook that had something about God on it, and a key ring. I might make a video about it, what I'm going to give her for her birthday, and I never got to give it to her. But she didn't come around in time. So, and then I had other things I had to give her for her health, and then good thing they never took either one of it. So, yeah. And I'll ask Patty what else I can do with the Miralax now for me, because I don't really need the Miralax. My dad did, so he could help me, do whatever. But me, I don't use the Miralax like she did. And the heartburn pills that I take, she took, and I can keep those and use those later down the line, because they never came and got it. And I'm glad they never did, because they'd have to give them back to me, the heartburn pills, because, you know, but yeah, my uncles don't know I'm on those same heartburn pills, I don't think. Yes, he does, and I just don't know it. But yeah, and you know, it's going to be hard, but life is life. For now, it's going to just comment, share this with your friends, and click the bell next to the subscribe button. Get notified when I make videos so you don't miss them, and make my channel go up, friends. And any of the friends that were Kelly's friends that had her on YouTube, come over to Cindy's Doll Crew and um, um, come see the babies of mine. I don't have any of her babies, and I don't know if I'm going to have any of her babies, but I don't know that. Down the line, I will let you know what goes on with her toddlers, with my toddlers later down the line. And I know my uncle would probably send them my way. I don't know about her mom, but he might. But I don't know that. And when they talk to me about it, that's fine. And other things like that. So I'm gonna let you guys go, and just make sure to keep tabs on everything, and I will try to let you know things when I know things. And they're not arranging anything to have the funeral or any of that right away. I think it's gonna be somewhere. Well, not a funeral, but whatever they decide to do with it. So, yeah. So, yeah, I will let you guys go, and I will talk to you in the next one soon. I'm hoping. I will. I might even show you what I was going to give Kelly for her birthday. I was going to give her a scale to weigh herself, so she'd have one at home to weigh herself every time she wanted to weigh, so she knew what she weighed, because dialysis wasn't, they were doing it in kilograms, not pounds. So now I got to keep that, and her 3 items that were hers, her teddy bear that I got from Build a Bear, her keychain that said a K on it, and her little notebook that I never showed you, probably mine either. So, yeah, but I'm gonna let you guys go. Bye for now. Toodaloo. Talk to you in the next one.